Hello to everyone. Thank you all for joining me at this time. My name is Shavi Zane, and I'm going to do we need to talk, okay? We need to talk in regards to what is taking place behind this Travis Scott concert. Recently, I believe it was out in Texas where there was over 50,000 people, eight of which have been reported to have died at the concert, and multiple others who have suffered from cardiac arrest and others who have suffered from injuries. Okay. Now, I just want to start off by saying I just posted a video for you all. This was, I believe it posted yesterday, but for me, I had done it a couple of days prior, and it took a long time for it to upload. This particular video that I posted was in regards to music, okay? It was an urgent message. I felt the need to name it, to entitle it Urgent Message, Music Being Used as a Military Weapon. You might want to go back and check that out, because the night prior to making that video, I had a dream. And in that dream, I was being shown that people in the music industry, especially those who have these big names, have been encoding witchcraft into the music, and they have strategically come up with a way to use particular frequencies to work against the human body, the human mind, and all facets of the physical vessel. Now, one thing that has been made very apparent to me within the last few months have been a large emphasis on sacrifice and rituals. Sacrifice and rituals. It's been coming out so much, especially in my investigative readings that I have been doing on multiple victims who have been murdered within the past few years or so. And it's been very clear, it's becoming very apparent that there's a lot of rituals and sacrifices that are being done in order to maintain the current wicked structure. Okay? I want you all to go onto my other page, Shavi Zane, the spiritual counselor. I have multiple videos on there where I've been having different dreams, and I tend to speak on the dreams that I'm having because these dreams have been giving me messages in regards to the fact that the current structure is finished. In the spiritual realm, they have lost the battle. And so now what is happening is the body of that particular structure is currently dying, and they are coming up. They have ran out of tricks, first of all, and so they're recycling the things that they have been doing in secret. It is now being put at the forefront. And for those of you who have awakened, and those of you who have been awakened, you see right through. It's very clear and very apparent. Now, I want to say this. This particular guy, Travis Scott, I had never heard of him prior to today. Okay, well, yesterday, because it's 12:17 a.m. where I'm at this time. I had never heard of him, okay, because I don't listen to the radio. I haven't watched TV in over 3 years. I haven't listened to the radio in at least 2 years. The only thing that I listen to is music on YouTube, and so I don't know the songs that are currently playing or the artists that are currently trending. So a lot of these new names, it goes over my head. That particular message that I did, I had a few people come up underneath my post mentioning this guy. And you know what I found to be very strange about it is because the video that I had done in regards to music being used as a military weapon, this morning when I woke up, I went to YouTube and I typed in 528 hertz because I wanted to find a different type of music to listen to that would get me upbeat and going, because I wanted to dance a little bit. And so when I put in 528 hertz, that particular artist was in my suggestions. And so I had never seen him before, so I didn't know the type of music he played. I just knew I saw a guy, black man with some braids or whatever. And so I pressed on it to see what the music would sound like. And right away, I knew that it was not going to be something that I could actually listen to because I rejected it. Right away, my spirit said no, okay? Largely due to the words that was being spoken, but also because of the energy that I felt. It was only a few seconds and I turned it off. I'd say about 2 or 3 hours later, I received messages, because I do check the messages that you all write up underneath my videos. And underneath that particular video that I did about music being used as a military weapon, that's when I started seeing multiple people mentioning that same guy that I had clicked on looking up 528 hertz music. Don't be fooled, because these people know that we have awakened and that many of us are going to be using the tools in terms of certain frequencies to help to activate our DNA and to balance us back out. Okay, and so they're disguising themselves in that music as well. Don't be fooled. So I found that to be a very strange coincidence because prior to that, I had not heard of this guy before. And then suddenly I started seeing the messages. It's all in one day. So I went to go and see who this person is. So I looked up the videos in regards to the incident that just recently took place, and I couldn't even watch it. I could not watch the ones that actually had his music playing in the background because right away my spirit, my soul recognized that it is all wickedness. I'm not going to say I don't understand, but you have to be extremely asleep. I'm talking about comatose to not be able to see and to know clearly that this man is operating in darkness. The masses have been fooled into believing that these types of things, that listening to music is not affecting people. You have to still be asleep if you cannot clearly see. I am shocked that so many people, even if I would have spent my money and walked up to that particular concert, the images that he had around at the concert was very demonic. So right away, just walking up there, it should have been very apparent to those that was attending this concert that this was a demonic and very dark energy that was being placed in the atmosphere. Right away, it should have been clear. But that means that there was a lot of walking zombies that was going in there, okay? A lot of people who are still asleep that went into that place. This situation that took place, not only was it a ritual and a sacrifice, but it was also a wake-up call to those of you who are still very much so asleep as to what has been going on behind the scenes in the darkness. But it's been very apparent because we have been receiving the signs, we've been receiving the symbols. They've been showing these things to us for quite some time now. But because the beat sounds good, because they're popular, because you like the way that they dress or you think they're fine or they're sexy, then you're still drawn to it. It's time to wake up. Release yourself from your carnal nature, because what you don't want to do is sacrifice your own soul, keeping an umbilical cord to wickedness and to these demonic energies. The current structure, including the music industry, the entire structure is a cult, okay? We're talking about much of the medical industry, the music industry, the banking structure, the political structure, the governmental structure. This is one huge beast that has been created over the past few hundred years right here on this soil. And there has been a lot of sacrifices and rituals that have taken place since the very beginning. The first sacrifice was millions of people. Y'all know who those people are. The native Indians that was right here on this land prior to these people coming over here. That was one of the largest sacrifices, if not the biggest sacrifice that has been done here on this soil. And many of them, for my melanated people, were your ancestors. Because those people were melanated, okay? As much as they, we're not even going to go there. But do your own research. The largest sacrifice took place when they first came here to establish this so-called structure, okay? Millions. All right? And since then, they have continued to do it, but much of it has been done, they think it's been done in secret through these secret societies and these cult groups and the Illuminati and all of these different people who have joined together for the sake of maintaining materialism on the backs of sacrificing others. This has been going on. This particular artist, I don't know how long he's been at the forefront of the media. I don't know how long he has been elevated in that particular position, but he has sold his soul, okay? And so for that reason, I will not be pulling cards on him specifically, but I will be pulling to present to you all what the agenda was behind this particular concert. Because we have to awaken. We cannot afford to stay asleep anymore. This is a big deal, y'all. Okay? This is a big deal. You cannot afford to stay asleep at this time. If you are still asleep, then you might as well just go ahead and stay on that side of the fence, because that tower is coming down. Babylon is coming down. The body of the wicked one is coming down. It is dying at this time. And in desperation, They are doing anything and everything to try to preserve themselves in this current position, even if it means putting it out there to where it's clear and it's obvious. Because that particular artist, he has now damned himself to destruction. Okay? Oh gosh. When I tell you what he is facing, it's very huge. It's massive. It's massive destruction. Okay? Those people that continue to follow him, those people that were drawn to his music. If you got his album in your house, you better throw it away. And I know we live in a time where people don't really buy CDs. Erase it up out of your phone. Don't you listen to that music. Because there's all types of demonic entities that is within that music that is being played from that man. Not just him, but many other artists. But it's very apparent to me. I couldn't even listen for a few seconds before I recognized the demonic entities that was conjured up within his music. I told you all, they are using frequencies. They are using hertz. They have strategically come up with a way of creating sounds, okay, and mathematical equations to come up with these particular hertz that the body and the mind rejects. That's why so many people there was going through cardiac arrest. Now, I'm telling you all, based on my intuitive knowledge, I strongly feel they said that there was people going around jabbing people with some sort of drug using needles. Okay, one of the security guards claimed that he was stuck with the needle. Okay, and that this is probably why this was happening to so many people. And then they said that it was the stampede that took place. I don't doubt that. Yes, the music that was being played was so disruptive. Energetically, it was so disruptive. And the human body and the mind and everything about the spiritual man was rejected. Okay, it rejected that. But it was really feeding the carnal nature, feeding the beast. Okay, in that moment, in that particular concert, a ritual and a sacrifice was done, a massive one. Okay, because they felt that this would be able to help to preserve the current structure. I'm here to tell you what they did was a very foolish thing. Because not only is that artist going down, but everyone that was there as a part of that agenda is going down. It's big. Something is being revealed to you all, and I need you all to open up your eyes and see it, okay? Open up your eyes and see it. This says use your intuition. Use your intuition. This music was created to cause setbacks, okay? This music was used to cause setbacks. Listen to your intuition in regards to this music that you have been hearing from that particular artist and from many other artists. There's the card right there. Foolish decision. I just told you they made a very foolish decision. And there is going to be, man, it's so much disruption that's happening right now. But it's already been revealed to me that their time is up. And so, like I said, out of desperation, they have done this. And this is not going to be the last thing that they do. But it's almost like when you watch those movies where people are being dragged to hell and they try to grab hold of the foot of someone else to try to take them with them. That's exactly what was happening there at that concert. Okay? These people, the entire structure is dying at this very moment. Okay? Deep regrets are here. Okay? Deep regrets are here because these people know that their time is up. These people are being attacked with demons right now. The demons have come to feast, okay? They have come to feed. And for those of you who are in the light, for those of you who have maintained your connection to the Most High God, for those of you who understand who you are and have awakened to the fact that you have been selected as gods and goddesses, kings and queens, and you have healed yourself and you have released yourself, that umbilical cord, to this current system, to the current structure, and to many of these demonic things that have been used to put you to sleep. For those of you, you cannot be touched. The Most High God has you covered. You have a strong spiritual team that is surrounding you. For those of you who have yet to awaken, now is your time to go ahead, release yourself. You better free yourself now. Free yourself now. Because what happens is, just like when Babylon was falling in the biblical story that was told, when the woman looked back, or was that Sodom and Gomorrah? When the woman looked back, she turned into a pillar of salt. So you will be destroyed and you will go down with it if you cannot release yourself and cut the umbilical cord that you have had to the beast. The card just came out. It says, let go. You better release it now. This is a message here. Okay, it is not a coincidence that I just had that dream a couple of nights ago. And I didn't understand in that moment. I just knew that I needed to come in and let the world know about, oh my goodness, look at what's at the bottom before I even keep talking. Never look back. Didn't I just tell you the woman looked back and she turned into a pillar of salt? Let go and never look back. I did not realize that in having that dream, that this would end up happening within less than a day later. Okay. But I was being shown something. What was being revealed to me is the fact that nothing can be hidden. And I keep telling y'all this. We are in the age of Aquarius. Things have shifted in more ways than one. Okay? Planetary alignments have shifted. Spirituality, the spiritual realm has shifted. Now in the physical, things are shifting to the degree where these people can no longer hide their wickedness. They can no longer use subliminal messages anymore. It's now at the forefront where you cannot unsee. And for those of you that continue to try to shut your eyes and turn a blind eye to what is happening, I am telling you now, you will be that pillar of salt. As Babylon crumbles and falls down, you will fall with it. This is not a coincidence. These people are fearful because with intensity and with passion and with fire, we are being catapulted into a new beginning. The matrix is now being, the matrix has become the illusion. They wanted to make it seem as if understanding your connection and the fact that we are spirits having a human experience, they completely removed the spiritual aspect of who you are. They placed fear into you. They placed bitterness and hatred into you. They placed depression into you. They turned you into this materialistic being that operated from materialism. You became so inauthentic to who you are as a man and as a woman, as a child of the Most High God, that you became strongly attached to the system, to the current structure, and you was not able to see. The veil was so thick that you couldn't even see. But now you have to awaken. It's slumber time is done. Okay? Slumber time is over with. The clock has already struck 12. And you know, it's unfortunate for those people who are going to have to go down with Babylon because they refuse to see the truth about what's happening right in front of them. They have decided to stay in wickedness. They have decided to continue in that energy because they want to maintain a certain image to the world. They don't want to heal. They want to stay so focused and so tied to materialism and to fame and to having a certain clout that they refuse to heal. All of those artists that was a part of this, that have been sacrificing people, they've been paying people, organ harvesting. This is not just about the music industry. I told y'all this runs so deep. It's so many layers to this. But that beast is now dying. And out of desperation, it is now willing to put everything at the forefront because nothing can be hidden. It has so much refusal to just let go and to release its so-called stronghold over the masses that is willing to just do things out in the open, making it clear. That man sacrificed himself while he was sacrificing other people. He literally sacrificed himself. It's time to break the chains, y'all. Those of you who are generational curse breakers, you being called to step up, to do your part here, okay? You have gifts that are being unlocked within you. It's time for us to restructure. We're being prepared to create a new kingdom, okay? We're being prepared to establish a new kingdom. There's the current structure is coming down now. And because it's coming down, it's time for us to step up and to come to the forefront, to present to the world what love and what compassion is, what righteous judgment is, what justice is. We are the ones that are established to build this kingdom. And I'm emotional right now because I recognize what is happening. I feel what's happening in the air, okay? It's undeniable. It's time to wake up. Sage, okay? My card is telling me to sage, y'all. If you got some sage, go ahead and clear your space out. Cleanse your physical space, cleanse your spiritual space. It's time to start doing some intermittent fasting. It's time to start detoxing. We have to do these things in unison, okay? We got to do these things in unison because what's happening right now is, for a long time, the world operated, the beast was fed by the masses, okay? That's why they was always trying to incite fear. This is another tactic that they are using, but because they ran out of tricks, it's become so obvious now that, people see it for what it is. Most people do that have been awakened, okay? And so it's really showing you that, with group consciousness, when they incite fear, they would take like a situation such as this and have large groups of people who are there. You're seeing dead bodies all around you. You're being trampled, okay? The music that is being played, you have all of these demonic figures around you. These people was caged in with gates all around them, okay? Where they couldn't get out. They was trapped. And those people who was in a position that could have stopped it, the cameramen, the musicians, all of them, they ignored them while they were screaming for their life, because in that moment, they was not going to stop, because it was all orchestrated as a ritual to take these people's lives, okay? And to do it in a way where they was inciting fear. But what happened is it backfired on those people who orchestrated this thing. They sold their souls, okay? And they are now doomed to destruction. And behind that, those who witnessed this, those of you who know about what took place, it has awakened you even further to understand how deep this thing is and how wicked and how evil and how dark this whole structure has been. You can no longer unsee. That's why it happened, so that you could no longer unsee. The Most High is establishing it in that way. This says your intuition is right and veil is lifted. Didn't I just say you can no longer unsee? The veil has been lifted from your eyes. Your intuition has been telling you what's been going on with this structure. Look at what's at the bottom here. It says judgment. I told you, these people are going through judgment for what they did. I don't feel bad for these people because they made their decision. Every last one of us has been given free will to make decisions. The Most High has given us the grace and the mercy to be able to make the decision of which path we was going to take. These people's time is up. The clock already struck 12. I had the dream. This was a couple of months ago. And it verified to me that all of these people who have been operating in witchcraft, all of these people who have been doing these dark things and sacrificing people, they are getting ready. That weeping and gnashing of teeth that the Bible speaks about in Revelations, they about to go through that for lifetimes. This is not a game. Break free. Break free. If you have not done it yet, it's time for you to break free. It's time for you to wake up and heal. It's time for you to recognize that this structure has been built on wickedness. It's been built on darkness. There's nothing good about it. The seed was bad, and so everything that is sprouted from it is bad. The Most High said he's going to clean the entire slate. Everything, the whole entire structure is coming down. He's about to clean the entire slate to where those of you who have awakened and those of you who have healed, those of you who know your power, those of you who have tapped into your gifts, we are the ones, the 144,000 and the chosen seeds. We are the ones that are coming in to reshape and to reestablish a new kingdom. We are the body. We are Christ consciousness. Christ has returned through us. I need you all to see this and to awaken to this. You win. We win, okay? We win. These people had addictions, okay? These people had addictions to creating addictions for you and for the masses. They wanted you to be addicted to the music. They wanted you to be addicted to materialism. They wanted you to be addicted to the structure itself, addicted to medications, addicted to even to drugs, to sex. That's why the music that was being put out there was so centered around sex. It was centered around materialism. It was centered around the ego, because that is what keeping the majority in that energy fed the beast, and it kept him alive. That was his source of food in the spiritual realm. Energetically, your fear, you being in survival mode, you always worrying about materialism, you hating the next man and being willing to kill the next man for the sake of getting something in materialism that would eventually disintegrate. That is what was feeding the beast. Jealousy, envy, addictions, pornography, all of these things was all a part of feeding the beast. He had a direct umbilical cord to you in the spiritual realm. But many of us have awakened. Enough of us have awakened to the degree where the current structure is visibly coming down. I told y'all, in the spiritual realm, the spiritual warfare has already been won, and the enemy knows this. But everything that happens in the spiritual realm, it happens in the spiritual realm first, and then it manifests in the physical. And so we're going to see a lot more things that are going to happen that's going to illuminate. And it's going to be so clear. The exposure of what has been happening around us is going to be so clear that it's going to be undeniable. You're not going to be able to unsee it now, because the veil has been lifted from your eyes. You now see what the matrix code is. Okay? Reclaim your happiness. Reclaim your happiness. This is something that was stolen from you, okay? They lose is here. They lose is here. It's time for you to reclaim your happiness, because that was something that the agenda, it was constructed that way from the very beginning when they created this system, when they created this, okay? And there's multiple countries that have been working alongside the U.S. to maintain the beast, to feed the beast. And so they too are under judgment. It cannot be avoided. Everyone that was a part of this, nothing was unseen by the Most High God. Man was the one that was blinded. The Most High God is never blinded. But there was generational curses that these people was placing over us for a long time, through sacrifice, through rituals, through dark magic, through spells, to keep you asleep. And now they've ran out. Their trick bag is empty. Okay? And so here, judgment is here, and so is faith. Because of your faith, because those of you who have healed and who kept your eyes on the Most High God, and that knew that eventually judgment would come, you've held on to your faith, is now here. Okay? Judgment is shown up twice. Judgment is here for these people for what they have done. Okay, it goes well beyond just this one artist. Okay, he's just a small fraction of what has been going on for hundreds of years, but unsuccessful attempts here. Unsuccessful attempts. They tried it. This was one of their last things that they had in their trick bag. They tried it and they lost. They failed miserably. And yes, you might say, well, how did they fail miserably? Because there was people that lost their lives. But understand that every person that walked into that particular venue, they had a choice. Even if you had already spent your money, you still had a choice when you walked up to that venue and saw the images. But it didn't really take for that, because I'm pretty sure that those people who were so willing to spend their money for this concert had already been heavily indulged in this man's music prior to going to the concert. And so it was already being revealed to them through the lyrics that they was listening to from the very beginning, I'm sure. Okay? I don't know none of his songs, and I'm not interested in finding out. I won't even dare try to listen to 2 or 3 minutes just to see what he's about, because I knew it just from 3 seconds of accidentally clicking on this man's music. So for those people who have been heavily into the music because the beat sounded good, Oh yeah, the beat sounded good because they had already they had placed within the music, they have created a formula for placing witchcraft into the music to make you addicted to it. So for those of you, if you have listened to this man's album and you have found yourself becoming addicted to it, where you have certain things on replay, it's because they have inputted certain frequencies into the music that would cause you to have an overactive sacral chakra. An overactive sacral chakra will put you in that energy of pleasure seeking behaviors. And so you needed more. Okay? You needed more of that. An overactive root chakra, an unbalanced root chakra will place you into your carnal nature, into that energy of aggressiveness. Okay? Into that energy of survival mode. All of it, everything that has been placed into that music, it played out at that concert where you was able to see it visibly in this particular situation. Nothing can be hidden anymore, okay? What was the agenda here? Illness. The agenda of this music, of this particular concert, was to cause illness over these people, and that's what happened. Many people went into cardiac arrest. Many people was passing out because they needed that energy of fear to feed the beast. The beast is dying. And so what do you do when you have a beast that's dying? You have a demonic entity that is dying. You're going to take desperate measures to try to keep that thing alive. But I'm here to tell you that darkness cannot overpower or outshine light. In the physical realm, it's very apparent to you that darkness cannot outshine light. And so in the spiritual realm, we're talking about the light of the Most High God that is shining from within us. Darkness definitely cannot touch it. This was these people's last desperate attempt to feed the beast. But the beast is dying, and it's going to continue to die. And as it continues to die, you're going to see that there will be more people, that these lower level demons, these minions will be used, these robots, these zombies are being used to try to sacrifice others or to do these rituals to try and keep this beast alive. But there's nothing more that can be done. And this is why, for those of you, if there's any artists that's watching this right now that have sold your soul or that have been a part of this, you better use this time now to get on your knees and to speak with the Most High God and to beg him for mercy. Because right now, y'all are in the 5 stages of grieving. Bargaining is next. Y'all about to be on your knees bargaining because you're not going to be able to unsee. Just like we are awakening to what's happening, the veil is being lifted from our eyes. Those of us who have healed and are operating in light and that know who the Most High is and that give honor and respect to the Most High. Those who have been giving their energy to demonic energies and lower level entities, they're awakening as well. They see as well. They tried to unsee for a long time, but see, they made their decision. They made their choice. They chose their path for material gain and for fame, for power. All of it is being taken back. You are protected, okay? Those of you who have been operating with good intentions, you are protected. The Most High has created a spiritual team that surrounds you at all times. And so while these people are trying to incite fear, they are the ones that have taken a fall from grace. They are the ones that even in their bargaining and in their begging for mercy, they are the ones that have taken a fall from grace, and there's nothing they can do about it. It's coming down the entire structure. The entire structure. Okay? It's over with for these people. They made their decision. They made their beds. Okay? Mental illness with the Queen of Cups in the reverse. Emotional imbalance. Okay? Is what's happening for these people, because now we are being strengthened. We are being empowered. We've been given and blessed with the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. We have purified our vessels. We have tamed our carnal nature. And so now we have been given the authority to tame the beast. We have been given the strength, the power, and the authority to tame the beast. And for all of those people that was a part of this in this lifetime, they're going to suffer massively. They're going to suffer massively. But for those of you who have healed and that have continued to operate from a space of integrity, that have been patient and allowed the Most High God to allow these things to play out, you stayed in the moment, you stayed in the now, you freed yourself from the system, you went within and did the inner work. Those of you who took the time out to heal, to allow yourself to heal, we are the ones that are protected. We are the ones that maintained our faith. And so righteous judgment is being established on our behalf. Now these people are going to have to go and do some real soul searching if they have a soul. How can you soul search without a soul? You have sold your soul for materialism. And so because of that, it's over with for these people. There's nowhere that you can run. You could try to get in your chariot and you could try to run, but there's nowhere that you can run. What was the agenda? What was the agenda of this particular concert? What was the plan here? We already saw illness come out. The plan was to create illness and death. What was the agenda? Yeah. These people, okay, so you have justice coming out in the reverse, first of all, okay? Justice in the reverse is a unlawful act, something that is done without integrity, something that is done without honor and integrity, okay? What I'm feeling like is that what I'm hearing right now is that it was almost as if they was doing this. Yeah, look at these cards here, y'all. I'm going to talk about this. It's almost as if they was doing this to separate the divine unions that's coming in right now. And I know that that might seem off, but I strongly feel that the ritual was surrounding preventing these divine unions from coming together by inciting fear in the masculine energy. Because the feminine energies, those of you who have healed, those of you who have awakened to who you are and that see things clearly from a higher perspective, then you understand what I'm talking about when I speak on divine unions, okay? Masculine and feminine energies coming together, which is actually going to reshape and rebalance the energy within the universe, within the entire world, okay? It was something about inciting fear into the masculine energy, though. Because the feminine energies, those of us who have awakened to who we are, the women that have awakened, the goddesses, the queens, we already are operating in our purpose. We know who we are. But it was something about going against the masculine energy, a sacrifice of the masculine energy to try to prevent these divine unions from coming together here. Okay, to throw off the balance. You see there's a balance scale there. This card is in the reverse. To throw off the balance of these unions so that it would not be a reciprocal union. The sacrifice was made in order to try to make that happen here in the spiritual realm. There's always a reason why rituals are done, a specific reason. And I'm strongly feeling like that's what I'm hearing here, okay? King and Queen of Wands, but the King of Wands is in the reverse. But it's clear to see, yeah, so that what it would do is disrupt the masculine energy to keep them from persevering and holding on. That's what the goal was. But as you can see, judgment is here. You have they lose, okay? And you have, what else came out? Unsuccessful attempt. This is what they attempted to do. Those masculines who have been holding on, who have been through hell and back, that have not given up the fight. They wanted to weaken those masculines so that they would not go towards their feminine energies, their divine feminine counterparts. That's what I'm hearing, y'all. Okay? Whether you believe it or not, I have nothing to do with that. I'm relaying the message. To try to keep them from walking away from those things that do not serve them. To try and make them believe that there's no use in moving towards love. There's no use in healing. There's no use in moving towards my passions or moving towards my creative gifts because it's over with anyway. Can't you see? You know, the wicked one has a hand, a leg up on us. There's nothing we can do. It was to weaken the masculine energy. I don't know what the songs were about. If any of you are aware of the songs, Maybe you can speak on some of the lyrics in the description box below so that I can put the pieces together, because I strongly feel that that was what the ritual was all about, but it was unsuccessful. The attempt was unsuccessful. Okay, they understand. Yeah, the star is here. This was done in secret because, see, what's happening is healing. The star card is all about healing. Okay, and it's also, I'm also picking up that this person, this particular artist, thought that it was going to really elevate him. He sacrificed himself thinking that it was going to really elevate him, but instead what he did was he placed himself in a position where he's now destroyed. Okay, he has destroyed his soul, his spirit, and all facets of his self. Okay, spirit and in flesh. That's what he's done. So he was hoping that it would elevate him even higher. Okay, so that was what the secret was all about. But see, they did not want the unions to heal. They did not want specifically the masculine energy of these divine unions to heal. Okay, what's behind this? Yeah, so that's why they caused this. That's why they manipulated the situation here. That's why they did this, because they did not want the unions to heal. Yeah, right behind that is the Ten of Cups. These are the divine unions. These are those unions that are protected by the Most High God. Masculine and feminine energy coming together to create a new structure, a new foundation. These people tried to manipulate the energy in the spiritual realm, thinking that by sacrificing these people to feed the beast, it would somehow throw off the masculine energy in the spiritual realm to keep him from coming together with his divine counterpart. But it was unsuccessful. They just placed themselves, they damned themselves to more destruction. What was the agenda, holy angels? What was the agenda? Yeah, that was the agenda. Look at this. Look at this, y'all. There's the devil. There's the devil right there. But this is in the reverse. And look at what's trying to peek through. Look at what's trying to peek through. I can't make this stuff up. The tower. The tower indicates that the entire structure has come down. The devil was in the reverse, indicating that that dark magic, that ritual, that sacrifice that they tried to make to the divine unions to keep them chained and bound to this devil, to keep the beast fed, they damned themselves to early destruction. Okay, because now the veil has been lifted so much so that you can't help but see it. You will not unsee at this point. At this point, you're going to be taking action. This is what they was doing. They was trying to be sneaky, trying to get away with sacrificing people's souls in order to block. They wanted to block divine unions from coming together. But instead, what they ended up doing is damning themselves to utter destruction. Utter destruction. Because this is what they came with: demonic energy. Demonic energy, dark magic, dark energy to cause death. To cause death. That's what they was doing. That was the whole purpose of this thing, because they did not want their world to end. The world is in reverse. They did not want this cycle to close out. So they thought that by sacrificing people, you see all these people laid out? You see all of these people laid out? Priest, okay? Let's not discount the religious structure that's also a part of the cult, okay? Political, religious, music, medical industry, governmental structure, all of it. They're all in cahoots with each other. Okay, they thought that by doing this ritual to sacrifice these people, they thought that their dark magic was going to feed the beast by trying to block out divine unions to try to keep people from healing. They thought that they was going to be lifted up. He thought he was going to be lifted up even higher as the star, okay, doing this stuff in secret to try to incite fear, manipulating energy to cause pain on other people, because they did not want their world to come to an end. But I'm here to tell you that Judgment Day is here. They took a hard ass fall from grace, and it's over. It's over. Nothing can be hidden anymore. They put in all of that work. They put in all of that work. They put in all of that work to incite all of this chaotic energy. Had all of these people fighting up against each other at that very concert. But now look at them. They're fighting up against one another. This card was in reverse. So it shows you that everything that they attempted, all of that work that they put in, all of that dark magic that they was working on behind the scenes in the darkness, they thought it was in the darkness, but even in the dark, the Most High has given us the moon and the stars, right? He's given us the moon and the stars to be able to see. Ain't nothing ever hidden. Ain't nothing ever hidden. All of that work that they put in, it didn't work. What's peeking out? The Ten of Pentacles, but it's in the reverse. So all of that generational wealth that they created, all of that abundance that they created from causing upheaval for the masses, for sacrificing, for rituals, for dark magic, for all of those things that they was doing, causing illness, using music as a military attack, military weapons, using all of these different things against the masses. They're losing everything. Even the materialism that they sold their souls for, they're not even going to have that anymore. What's peeking out here? Because I like to pull my cards that's peeking out. There's the High Priestess to let you know that intuitive wisdom is here. We see very clearly. You already had the card coming out that says, what does your intuition say? Your intuition is right. You have been told, it's been shown to you, it's been revealed to you who these people are. The devil has already been revealed to you. You don't have to question who it is anymore because you see that it was a body. The beast is a body. It's not one being. It's not one thing with horns. No, it is a body in the spiritual realm that was created by multiple people who had agreed to sell their souls and to create this cult, to go against the chosen seed, to go against the 144,000 in hopes that as long as they continue to feed the beast and keep those of us who are chosen to have an umbilical cord to their structure, that will keep them protected and keep them away from receiving their judgment. But now that the 144,000 and the chosen have awakened, we understand that we cut ties to them in the spiritual realm. Because we cut ties to them in the spiritual realm, everything must come down in the physical. Because at that point, the Most High said, okay, now my chosen, my children have already left the building. And so because my children are no longer here, I can now strike their asses down. The kingdom comes down. There's the crown. There's the people who were crowned, who had elevated themselves, who thought they had a sense of power. All of this darkness that they was doing behind these walls, thinking that no one can see them. You was damned to destruction from the beginning, from when you first planted the seed, because the seed was bad. So you see, it was going bad from the structure, from the root. It was going bad. So they was already damned to destruction from the very beginning, but they didn't want to accept that. They was in denial. They was in denial about the truth. But see, now the Most High has blessed us with intuitive wisdom that is undeniable, okay? We see very clearly in the spiritual realm. We see very clearly through the matrix. We see very clearly through the illusions, y'all. I'm going to pull one more card and I'm going to close out. Well, 3 cards came, so let's see. We got the Wheel of Fortune. The cycle is closed out for them, okay? We are coming forward with the truth. We have gained the truth. We are protecting ourselves. We are protecting our children. We are no longer placing ourselves in this position where we are choosing to not see, where we are sitting there blindfolded, pretending that we don't see. Hear no evil, see no evil. No, we see all of that shit. And that's why the cycle is closing out for them, because we decided to take ourselves from being in that crossroads, because this means being at a crossroads, undecided about what's going on because you choose not to see. But now we set down that other sword, because now a decision has been made and we have sat up, we have stepped up on our throne with the truth, with the sword of truth. And we have decided to cut these people out of our lives, cut this whole system and this structure out of our lives. And because of that, the devil is now at our feet. And the cycle for us, we are now elevated. The head has now become the tail, and the tail has now become the head. A new cycle has begun. It's not beginning. It is here now. It is here now. You made your decision. Now you have to deal with it. Karma is here. This is the karmic wheel. So that's what I got for y'all. I love you. Go and check out my other page, Shavi Zane, a spiritual counselor. If you desire to donate to my channel, you can always check the description box. If you want a private reading from me, you can always check the description box for my email. I love y'all. I need y'all to continue to do the work on yourselves, purify your vessels, and I also encourage you all to light a candle at this time, stating, I proclaim, I create love. I create love, healing, peace, and righteous judgment to be established throughout the universe in spirit and in flesh, on all realms and all dimensions. Okay? Light that candle and let it burn out, because we have to now operate in unison as group consciousness. We come together to create a new structure, and it starts in the spiritual realm, and then we come together to create the foundation in the physical. Now that theirs has come down, there's nothing else that they can do. Okay, you're going to continue to see more of these tower moments that take place to awaken more people to what's really happening. And then we're going to be placed in this position where the Most High He's blessing us with financial reward. Okay, our inheritance will be coming to us so that we can use that to rebuild the structure. Okay, but first we rebuild it from within and from the love that we have and from the balance that we have created within ourselves first. Okay, so continue to do your work on yourselves. Release yourselves from any people, places, things, habits that have kept you chained and bound. These people no longer have control over our minds, our spirits, and now they have damned themselves to destruction. So that's what I got in regards to what took place at that particular event and what's happening all across the world. I love you all, and I'll talk to you all next time.